Alrighty, y'all. Happy Friday. We're going to get started in about 4 or 5 minutes or so. My name's Nicolette. Super happy that you're tuned in this afternoon. We're going to be doing a full body, we're going to be doing twists. We'll be doing some side body stretching, and we'll also do some side body strengthening as well. If you'd like to grab a block or a strap, feel free. If you'd like to make any donations to our Black Swan Yoga teachers, you can do that at www.blackswanyoga.com/live. Of course, it's not required by any means, but we super appreciate it. So we'll get started in a few minutes. Hang tight, and we'll get started soon, yogis. Alrighty, looks like we're up and running. So, my name's Nicolette. Super happy that you're tuned in for the 115. Of course, with Black Swan Yoga, which you know. A little bit of tuning in. You can make donations to our Black Swan Yoga teachers at www.blackswanyoga.com/live. Of course, not required. Totally optional. Up to your discretion. If you do, great. We super appreciate it. But if you can't or don't want to, that's totally awesome too. We just want to do yoga with everyone and connect in that way. So, my name's Nicolette, and we'll get started in just a second or so. So, go ahead and come to your mat. Like I said in the beginning, we're not going to use any props. So you don't really need any blocks or straps. If you want that, go ahead, great, grab it. If you don't have it, doesn't worry, or it doesn't matter. I just remembered I'm going to grab bug spray really quick because the mosquitoes are horrible. And the last class I taught 2 days ago, or 2 classes ago actually, there was I think I came out of class with 18 mosquito bites. So I'm going to prepare a little bit more ahead of time. So I'm going to go do that. Go ahead and make a way to your seat on your mat. So either sit cross-legged or on your shins. Alrighty, so as you continue to get settled to your seat, go ahead and start to soften your gaze or shut your eyes down completely if you feel comfortable with that. So when we start to close the eyes or maybe even just soften your gaze, you start to take out your external world. So normally when we have our eyes open, right, we are seeing everything around us, all the stimuli, all the distractions, all the things that we can kind of attune our focus to. When we close our eyes, we take away that external world. We take away all those stimuli. And what we're left with, not even really what we're left with, it's almost like what we're gifted with, is being able to see the internal landscape of our body. And so as you start to attune your focus inward, I'd like you to either kind of just go down and do some body scans of all various kinds of things. So I'll give you some examples in a moment. Or you can just go ahead and focus on one single solitary event. So whether that is the expansion and the contraction of your lungs as you continue to keep your eyes closed, visualize the expanding and then the compression of your lungs. Maybe you want to tune your focus to your circulatory system. You want to start to notice the blood flow, the way that that feels within maybe in your bicep, or maybe the way it feels in your right pinky finger. Maybe you're like, I just want to start to focus on my respiratory system. I want to focus on my breath. I want to just feel my breath come in and come out. I challenge you to attune your focus to something different than your breath, though. So in yoga, we more than likely have experienced this sensation or this focus of our breath. And so in yoga, we're also here for the experience. So what can we feel? What can we observe here? So attune your focus to maybe something different. Maybe that's just watching your heart pump, just the steady beat of your pumping in and pumping out. Whatever that may be, just start to soften your gaze. If it's not, close the eyes and watch the internal landscape. Watch this beautiful, magical space, this container that your soul gets to reside in. If you start to notice that your attention goes elsewhere, just gently let whatever thought, let whatever feeling, whatever it is that came up, just with your next exhale, just gently let that go. And with your next breath in, you attune your focus back to your intention. Taking 3 more breaths just as you are, as you continue to view the internal landscape within you. So we're going to go ahead and synchronize our breath together as a group. Wherever you are on your unique breath cycle, go ahead and take a big audible exhale. Open your mouth and hear your breath leave. And take a huge breath in for 4, for 3, for 2, at 1. Be all the way full and pause here. Notice if your shoulders have lifted up towards your ears, can you soften the shoulders down? And then audible exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Take a big breath in for 4, for 3, for 2, and audible exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Once again, find that little pause at the bottom of your exhale now. So anytime you take a pause at the top or at the bottom of your breath, it's called retention or it's called kumbhaka. Take a huge breath in for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Find that kumbhaka, find that space. So normally our breath is like this cyclical pattern, right? You take a breath in and you take a breath out. But can we kind of lengthen the duration of our breath? Make it last a little bit longer, and then find a little space of consciousness right at the very top. Audible exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Once again, we connect to that space of pure consciousness. This present moment we're staying in, and it's almost like so still. There's no breath flow, but there's just this flowing of energy of our body. Big breath in for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and pause once again. Notice if the shoulders lifted, can you soften the shoulders? Now attune your focus to what you did in the beginning of class, whether that was the pumping of your blood, whether it was the expansion and contraction of your lungs, whether it was just your breath, your respiratory system, whatever that is, attune your focus to that right now for just a couple more moments. Notice how it feels to be full of breath, while now attuning your focus to such an isolated event. And exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Pause at the bottom now of your breath out. You're completely empty of your breath. And then just pause here and notice how it feels to have emptiness of your breath as you attune your focus back to that same system within you. Notice how that changes when you don't have your breath. Take a big inhale for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, pause. Very last time. Attune your focus to that event within your body. What is your landscape of the internal you viewing? And last time, how does it feel to be full of your breath, full of your life, and observe the system within you? Audible exhale for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Pause at the bottom. Very last time. Attune the focus to that event. How does it change? How does it stay the same? Take a big breath in, fill up. Audible exhale, breath out. Cleansing breath, 2 more. Big inhale. And say ha. Last time, huge breath in, yogis. And huge breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, take your right hand down to the floor. Crawl your right fingertips a little bit further away from you. So first, I'd like you to reach your left hand further up towards the sky. Before you go right, reach up. Reach even higher through your left fingertips and start to reach up and over to the right side. You might find a little bend of your right elbow. I'd like you to draw your right shoulder actively away. Now you're going to plug both of your shoulders down your back as your right shoulder draws down. Take one more huge breath in into your left lung. Find space there. And exhale, find softness here. Stay. Inhale, your right arm reaches up towards the left. And exhale, take your left hand down. Now you crawl your left fingertips a little bit further away. Same thing, you reach up with the right hand first. So reach high, find your length, and then you find your depth. Reach left. One more huge breath in. Breathe into your right lung. Big inhale. Exhale, draw the left shoulder down from you. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, left arm rises up to the sky. As you exhale, cactus your arms and pause here. So we're going to break down this cactus arms. It seems like it could be such a simple movement, but I've oftentimes realized, I've talked to a lot of students and they say they don't feel a whole lot in this pose. This should be a really big opening and expansive pose, and I want you to feel that. So stick with me. Bend your elbows. So take them about 90-degree bends. I kind of take mine a little bit lower than 90 degrees once we get into it. So take your elbows and imagine like you can bring them to touch behind you. So draw your elbows towards the back wall. Now take a peek down at your ribs. Have your ribs kind of like expanded, or there's a term called blown out. Are the ribs super, super open, or is the core contracted? If the ribs are open, imagine like someone were to come up to your two rib cages and pinch them closer together so that you draw the rib cage in, and now you feel your core is super, super tight. Keep squeezing the elbows towards the back wall. Keep the knitting of your rib cage in, so squeeze the core. You should feel like you have a ton of engagement in your core right now. And then slightly draw your elbows towards your hips. And you should feel this broadening of your collarbones, this it's pretty much this softening or almost this sinking of your deltoids, the top of your shoulders, your traps. And take one more big breath in. Breathe into the center of your chest. Big inhale. And exhale, relax your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big breath in. We'll take a twist to the right side. So take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand goes behind you. Inhale as you grow tall. As you exhale, I want you to think about drawing your right shoulder down to the floor. Take one more big breath in, grow tall through your head. As you exhale, draw the right shoulder down as you twist. Awesome. Inhale, unwind, reach up. Right hand to your left knee as you twist left. So same thing. Inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. Grow high. As you exhale, draw your left shoulder down and twist. Take one more big inhale. And exhale, you twist. Inhale, unwind. Reach both hands back up to the heavens. And exhale, find your all fours tabletop. So I'm going to challenge you, unless your camera is of course facing at the front of your room where you've already set it up and your props are all perfectly straight, leave it there. If there's a way that you can face a different direction so you have a new perspective of your room, so if that means you've always faced like a certain wall every single day of your quarantine when you've practiced, I challenge you to face the opposite wall or just a different wall entirely. Just a little different of perspective change. I'm going to do it too, and it's kind of like this weird, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but it's just different. So it's like I've faced this way for so many days, for so many classes, and I've seen the same thing. But can we be in a place where we haven't seen something familiar, where something's different, where it's challenging or uncomfortable? But can we be here? Can we be present? Can we breathe? So come to your all fours tabletop. Take your wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips, and find some animalistic movements. So if you're like, what the heck is animalistic movements? We all know animals, yeah, they move in weird ways. So just move in a way, if that's a sway of your hips side to side, if that's some circling of your arms, whatever that may be for you, close your eyes. So what do you need to feel? When you close your eyes, you can start to tune inward as we learned in our seated meditation. So how can you use your sight, the elimination of your sight, to feel a little bit more in your body, to guide your body in a way that you need?
Yeah, so kind of expand a lot too, but it also helps push and
Taking 2 more breaths to balance out wherever you are. Take your hands back through center, all fours tabletop. We're going to find puppy pose. Crawl your fingertips forward, so much so until your forehead comes down to the mat. Keep your knees stacked right over or below the hips. Taking 2 more breaths right here. Make your way back to your tabletop. We're gonna take some bird dogs. I haven't done these in a minute. So reach your right toes back, keep the toes on the floor, so keep them tucked for now. Reach your left arm out long in front of you, palm faces the right side of as you're gonna give someone a handshake. As you inhale, hover the right foot off the earth, lift your hamstring. As you exhale, crunch your knee to your elbow. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. 2 more like this. Inhale to grow long. And exhale, you crunch and squeeze. Big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale to extend, you lengthen back out. And find your tabletop, all fours. We're gonna take a wrist stretch just with the right hand. So take your fingertips, have them face your knees. The top of your hand is still face up. If you'd like, you can sink forwards and backwards on your hips. And you breathe into your forearm and you breathe into your fingertips. Come back through center. We'll take the other side. Plant your left hand down. Reach your left toes back behind you. Keep the toes tucked for now. Reach your right arm out long in front of you. Palm faces the left. Inhale, you lift your left leg with your hamstring. As you exhale, crunch and squeeze, elbow towards your knee. 2 more. Inhale to extend and grow long. Exhale, crunch and squeeze. 1 more. Big breath in. And big breath out. Inhale to extend, you lengthen out. And exhale, set it all down. Wrist stretch just on the left side, so fingertips face the knees. Palm is still down. You might sink forwards and backwards, breathing into the forearm and into the fingertips. Come back through center. So we're going to work through side plank in all different variations today. We're going to do some side body stretching. I always say that, stretching. So stretching is going to be my new word for stretching and strengthening. So you're going to shift your weight to your left hand. Reach your right leg back behind you as you straighten the right leg. Take your left shin and your left foot and pivot it towards the back wall. So if you were to look down at your mat, you're making like an X shape with your leg and the mat edge. Reach your right arm up, take a big breath in. Slightly shift your weight forward, so make your shoulder come further over your fingertips. Hover your right foot off the earth. Flex your right toes towards your face. Imagine like you're kicking the back wall with your heel. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, crunch, lift your knee to your elbow, and imagine like you're gonna point your knee to the sky, crunch. Inhale to extend, lengthen out. Exhale, you crunch, you squeeze. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, crunch, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Awesome. Inhale, grow long, and set it all down, tabletop. Take a big breath in through center. Exhale, bump your hips to the right. So sink them super, super far right and take your gaze over your left shoulder. Take a big breath in into the outer right hip. Big breath out to the outer right hip. Inhale takes you back through center. And then we'll take that on the other side. So modified side plank. Take your right hand down. Extend your left leg out long behind you. Spin your right shin towards the back wall. Reach your left arm up. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Slightly shift your weight forward so your shoulder comes further over your fingertips. Hover your left foot off the earth. Take a big breath in. Exhale, crunch your knee towards your elbow as high as you can up. Inhale to extend, grow long. Exhale, crunch and squeeze. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, crunch and squeeze. Inhale to lengthen out. And exhale to let it go. Big breath in through center. Exhale, bump your hips as far as you can to the left and take your gaze over your right shoulder. Take a big breath in into your left hip. Big breath out. Inhale takes you through center. Puppy pose once more. Actually, either take puppy pose or child's pose, whatever would feel better for you. For me, making my knees wide and my big toes to touch right now in a child's pose feels really good. It gives a nice release of your hips right after you just did those bird dogs. and then those crunches of your side plank. Take 4 more breaths as you can connect back to your breath and connect back to why you're here. Come back through your tabletop after your 4th breath. Meet us when you're ready. Tuck your toes under, find beast pose. So that you hover the knees about 1/2 inch off the earth. Press down even more through your hands. Imagine like you're going to take your hands and press them through your mat. And now continue pressing your hands through your mat and take them through the floor. Squeeze your belly button to your spine. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips. Together, take a big, huge breath in. And together, take a big, huge breath out. 1 more, fill up. And let it go. Inhale, come onto your toes. Drop your heels to the right side of your mat. So now your heels are to the right, your toes are to the left. Take a big breath in. Exhale, see if you can tilt your tailbone. Think about your cow pose. Tilt your tailbone higher to the sky. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, drop your heels to the left, toes to the right. Big, huge breath in. Big, huge breath out. 1 more, fill up. And let it go. Inhale onto the toes, knees past fingertips. Now tippy toe, keep your hips as high as you can and count how many steps you take to the top. Once you arrive to the top, there's absolutely no rush. Take a fold of your choice. So separate your feet hip width distance or wider. Please take a little micro bend in so you're not like locking them out super straight. There's a super soft bend. And arm variation that you choose. Like, I don't know an arm variation. This is my first class of yoga. Either go ahead and peek up at what I'm doing up here, or go ahead and close your eyes and see what feels better or best in your body. Taking 2 more breaths here, yogis. With inhale, you'll lift halfway, take a breath in. And with exhale, you'll fold with a breath out. 1 more inhale lifts you halfway. Exhale, folds you forward. Inhale, rise up, reach all the way up to stand. And part the air, hands by your sides. We're going to do a couple standing half moon variations. We're going to incorporate those into our sun salutation flow. So our Surya Namaskar A with a modified sun salutation, or with a modified half moon variation. So you're going to reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Take your right hand down to the floor like you're making a stop sign. So flex your fingertips back up towards the sky. Reach up really, really high with your left arm, just like we did when we were seated. As you exhale, start to reach up and over to the right side. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bump your hips left as you reach right. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, draw the right shoulder down towards the floor. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, rise up through center. Exhale, take your left hand down now, so flex those same fingertips up towards your face. Big breath in as you reach your right arm up. Exhale as you reach left. Inhale. Exhale, reach left. Big breath in. Hips bump right. 1 more big inhale. Draw the left shoulder down. Inhale, reaches your arms up through center. As you exhale, cactus your arms. Lift your heart high. So think about those cues we did in the beginning of class, right? So bend your elbows 90 degrees. Take your elbows towards the back wall. When you did that, did your rib cage blow out? If it did, Squeeze the rib cage together like someone pinched your two ribs close. And then take your elbows towards your hips. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, relax the arms by your side. Nice work. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Lift halfway with your breath in. Plant your hands, step back to your plank pose as you breathe out. We're going to take this first vinyasa on our knees, so lower halfway down. Lower your knees down and then lower halfway down, vinyasa, chaturanga. Press the floor away, upward facing dog, shine your heart. And downward facing dog as you lift your hips. Together, take a big, huge breath in. And together, take a big breath out. 2 more, fill up. Let it go. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale onto your toes, gaze past fingertips. So now you counted last time how many steps you took. Take 2 more steps, one with each foot. Inhale lifts you halfway, breath in. Exhale, forward fold, breath out. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Part the air, hands by your side. Inhale, stretch and reach. This time, right hand grabs your left wrist. And reach up and over to the right side. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, reach right and stay. Inhale, draws you up through center. Switch your left hand to the right wrist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach left. Big breath in. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Breath in, reach high. Exhale, dive down, fold. Lift halfway. Plant your hands, step back, plank pose. So now it's your option. You can take it from your knees, or you inhale, shift forward, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shine your heart through. And downward facing dog, send your hips high. Together, take a huge breath in. And together, take a huge breath out. 2 more, fill up. And let it go. Inhale onto the toes. Now you've counted twice now. Your last count you just had when you added 2 more on. Add 2 more on beyond that. You've got it. Inhale lifts you halfway, breath in. Exhale, breathe out, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And part the air, hands by your sides. Inhale, stretch and reach. Bring your hands to touch, so your palms touch, interlace the fingers, and then release your index. Reach your arms up, big inhale. Exhale, reach right, bump your hips left. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, soften here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, reach left. Big inhale. Big exhale. 1 more breath in. Breathe out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, you reach. Exhale, you fold. Big breath in, lifts you halfway. Plant your hands, find plank pose to your version of downward facing dog. How would you like to get there? Together, take a big, huge breath in. And together, take a big, huge breath out. Inhale, send your right leg high. Crunch your right knee to your right tricep, your right elbow. Inhale, send it up and back. As you exhale, touch it, twist, left elbow. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, step it through. Take your left hand down, low lunge, twist, your right arm reaches up. Big exhale, you twist, tone your back. 1 more big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, rise up, high crescent lunge, open arm twist. Big power move here. Big inhale, fill up. Exhale, stay here. Open up, warrior 2, right hand in front, left hand goes back. Big, huge breath in, yogis. Big breath out. Extended side angle, right elbow to your right thigh, reach your left arm up over your left ear. Spin your right lung skyward. Big inhale. Exhale, twist. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, stay here. Reverse your triangle, straighten your right leg, reach up and reach back. And cartwheel your hands down. Step back, plank to downward facing dog. And together take a huge breath in. And together take a huge breath out. One more, fill up. And let it go. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, crunch left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, send it up and back. And twist it, right elbow, touch it. Inhale, send it high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge twist, right hand down, left arm reaches. Big inhale. And big exhale. One more, fill up. Exhale, tone your back. High crescent lunge, open arm twist. Left arm pulls you up and out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more, fill up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, open up, warrior two. Nice work. Extended side angle, take your left elbow, left thigh, right arm up and over your right ear. Big breath in. Spin your left lung to the sky. One more, inhale. Exhale. Reverse your triangle, straighten your left leg, reach your left arm up and back. And cartwheel the hands down. Step back, plank to downward facing dog. Together, big, huge breath in. Together, big, huge breath out. One more, fill up. And let it go. Inhale, wave your spine into your plank pose. As you exhale, side plank on the left side. So left hand comes down, carve to the pinky edge of your left foot. I'd like you to cover your right heel off the earth, so come onto your right big toe. Can you lift your left hip into your right? Reach your right arm up and over your right ear. Take one more huge breath in. Right hand comes down, crunch your right knee to your nose, step it between your hands. High crescent lunge, use your breath to lift you up. Exhale to stay here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swim your arms back, airplane arms, pinkies to the sky. Big breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, one-legged Tadasana, left knee up towards your chest, breathe in. Exhale, just soften your hands by your side, draw the left knee up higher. Figure four, cross your left ankle over the right thigh, take your hands to your heart. Big inhale, press your palms together, tone your back. And exhale, sit your booty back and down, bend the right knee. One more big breath in. Big breath out, sit. Inhale, draws the left knee back up through center. Moving through your warrior, left leg extends back behind you. Move your body into a T shape, warrior three. Take a big, big breath in. Step your left toes back behind you. Plant your hands. Step back, plank pose to downward facing dog. Together, take a big, huge breath in. And a big, huge breath out. Inhale, wave your spine into high plank. Side plank on the right side. Carve to the pinky edge of your right foot onto the big toe of your left foot. Reach your left arm up. Bump your right hip into your left and slide your left arm up over your ear. One more big breath in. Exhale, put your left hand down, crunch your left knee to your nose. Step your foot between your hands, high crescent lunge, lift up. Exhale, stay here. Breath in. Exhale, swim your arms back, airplane arms. Big breath in. Exhale, stay here. One-legged Tadasana, right knee up to your chest. Exhale, relax the hands by your sides. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, figure four, hands to heart center. Big breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, bend the knees, sit your hips down. One more big inhale. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, draws the right knee up through center. Move through warrior three, reach the right leg back behind you. And take your body into a T shape. Take one big breath in. Bend the right knee, or left knee rather, right toe step behind you. Plant your hands, step back. Plank to downward facing dog. You choose how you arrive. Together, take a huge breath in. And together, huge breath out. Inhale, wave forward into plank pose. Side plank on the left side with a tree leg. Take your right foot to the inside of your right thigh or your shin, anywhere but your knee. And if you're like, man, this is not working today, just keep your foot down, no biggie. Lift your left hip into your right, big breath in, and big breath out, stay here. Reach your right arm up and over your right ear, big inhale. Stay with me, take your right hand down, back to your plank pose. Keep your right leg in your tree. If you'd like a challenge, stay in your tree, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Extend your right leg back, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog, send your hips high. Inhale, right leg high. You're gonna bend your knee and find a figure four leg on the left side. So cross your right ankle over the left thigh, bend the left knee and lift your hips. So your right ankle is crossed over the left thigh, your left knee is bent, and your hips are lifted. Take one more big breath in. Take your right foot down to the earth. Inhale, wave your spine into high plank. Right hand comes down, side plank on the right side. Take your left foot to tree leg if you did on the other side, or try it here. Lift your right hip into your left and saw your left arm up over your left ear. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Keep your foot, left hand down. Plank pose with the tree leg. Shift forward, lower halfway. Extend your left leg long, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog, send the hips high. Left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Find your figure four legs on this side. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Bend your right knee and lift your tailbone higher. Take one more big breath in. Step your left foot down, breath out. Inhale onto your toes, make your way to your seat at the top of your mat. Woo! That was a doozy, yeah? Take your feet about mat width distance, so pretty wide. Take your hands behind you and windshield wiper the legs. Side to side. And come back through center here. We're going to take half Lord of the Fishes, so this is a little bit tricky to talk you into. But all you're going to do essentially is first straighten your right leg out long forward. Actually, no. We're just going to do shoelace pose. So shoelace pose, we'll do half Lord of the Fishes in person. How about that? Or from an easier way to get into it. So shoelace pose is you just take your feet to your opposite ankle and allow your knees to fall straight down. So you wiggle your feet as close as you can to your hips, and then just allow your knees to soften. So let's start with our left leg up and over our right leg. And just go ahead and pull your heart through your arms so you have this uplifting of your spine. Soften your chin towards your throat so you can feel this lengthening of your back. And just take 2 breaths here in this space. Alrighty, go ahead and unwind your legs, extend them out long in front of you, and just kind of shake your legs out. Just give them a nice little bounce on the floor. Nice little wiggle, shake out the toes, the ankles. And then we'll take it the opposite. So take your left foot to your right hip. Right leg goes on top this time, your right ankle goes to your left hip. Take a big breath in as you lift your heart, so pull your heart through your arms. As you exhale, tuck your chin towards your throat. Take 2 really, really big breaths here. Beautiful. Unwind your legs, extend your legs out long in front of you. Same thing, give them a nice little shake. Allow those muscles to just soften up here and to let go of that tension that we just found maybe. Alrighty, seated forward fold. So as you inhale, reach your arms up, take a big breath in, draw the biceps even further back around the ears. Your heart really lifts. Flex your toes towards your face. And keep this lift of your heart. So your heart is going to fold first and dive down to your seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So allow your head to hang super heavy. Don't hold any tension or weight there. Slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebra. Reach your arms out long in front of you. Scoot your way to the top of your mat so that we can lay all the way down onto our back body. Alrighty, so from here, take your feet wide. Do that same little windshield wipering of the knees we just did when we were seated. And take your hands to your belly, so right below your belly button. And just feel this connected energy to your body and to the ground. Alright, yogis, you did it. The last bit of effort I'm going to ask of you is just to give yourself a big hug. So, reach for your opposite ankle or opposite shin. Take your lips to your knees and kiss your knees. Say, thank you, body, wise body. I love you, body. Your body and your mind just went through quite the challenge for the last 45 minutes. It's really not easy for us to attune our focus for that long, but with that intensity of all the micro movements. So great work. Give yourself some credit. Take one more big breath in. Squeeze every single muscle within you. Feel your strength, your fire, your energy. Big breath in. Inhale. And exhale, release. Extend your legs out long. Toes flop to the right and to the left. Arms by your sides. We're going to take a cleansing breath together. So wherever you are, go ahead and open your mouth and hear your breath leave, yogis. Big inhale to fill up with your breath. Breathe in. Anything that came up or anything you're holding on to, audible exhale, ha, sigh your breath out. Ha. One more like that. Big inhale, fill up with all the breath, all of the space, the expansion that you've created. Pause at the very, very top of your breath in. And very biggest, deepest, most audible sigh. Exhale, leave it here. Open your mouth as wide as it can go. So make your jaw as big and as bright as it can. And then with gravity, allow gravity to simply and gently pull the two palates of your mouth just a little bit closer together. But notice thou how even with gravity, there's still this space between the two palates of your teeth. There's still this space for softness and this space for your breath. I'm going to leave you in your final Shavasana this afternoon. And this is arguably one of the most important, but arguably one of the most challenging poses of our practice. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm laying here. And so in our current modern day world, well, before pre-quarantine, we were constantly just going and doing and doing. So can we use this gift of Shavasana to simply allow our bodies and our minds to be still, to be quiet, and to ultimately be free? And so can we also find that gift in this chaos of quarantine? This quarantine has allowed us to be still. It has allowed us to be quiet. And it has allowed us to simply be free of any sort of schedule, any sort of attachments, expectations. And yes, it wasn't the easiest time to get to where we are now. But it's also pretty amazing that as human beings, we can adapt to such change and to such adversity. Honor the space that you're in and meeting yourself wherever that is, always, again and again and again. Please take no less than 5 minutes in your final resting pose. Those 5 minutes allow your body and your mind to return back to this homeostasis, in other words, this balance within you. The highest and the best in me honors and sees the highest and the best within each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for sharing your light and your love, your compassion with me this afternoon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind, your heart. And we'll see you next time. Peace, peace, friends. Move slow, move quiet.